Boat friends, you are here with me in frozen Duluth, Minnesota. Look at that cold Lake Superior in the distance. You are about to experience what it's like to be on board a 1,004-foot Great Lakes ship as it arrives in Duluth. There it is right there, the Mesabi Miner. Not only are you going to get the perspective of me recording it from the pier, you will be on that vessel as it arrives under the bridge, also blasting through the ice in the harbor. Set your resolution to 4K if your device will allow. It's a special episode. Grab your jacket, buckle up, let's roll. Look out there in the distance. You can see that big beast of a ship pushing out that exhaust as it gets closer to the Duluth piers. I got a great friend of mine that's on board getting us this footage, and I can't wait to introduce you to him in future videos. Also, your buddy Mike has been invited to go on the Paul R. Tagurtha, so before the end of the season, you're going to see a video on board the PRT. I really enjoy walking down the pier, and especially for you boat friends that are in the warmer climates, I like showing you the ice, the snow, and especially this area along the wall. You can see all the ice on the rocks, the ice that's floating in the water. Yeah, it's cold here, but this is the funnest time of the year to watch those ships and to really show you what the winter is like here in Minnesota. It's action time. I hear the bells going off. The aerial lift bridge is on its way up to 135 feet, as you can see right there, to make way for the Mesabi Miner. And it's so cool seeing that bridge built in 1905 still getting the job done. The gentleman on the left side of the screen, his name is Kevin. I was able to speak with him before and after the ship. What a wonderful person. Grew up in St. Paul. Kevin, it was a pleasure meeting you, my friend. There's a lift bridge operations center. Now, I've done a video going up on the bridge in that operations center that you might want to check out after this video. I think you'll really like it. We are on the South Pier side watching this vessel get lined up. Now, this is a very long ship, my friends. 1,004 feet in length. Now, let me give you some perspective. Look on the screen. That is the Shard. That is in London. That's the tallest building in the UK, 1,016 feet tall. So if you took this ship and put it upright, it's basically the same height as the Shard. That's just incredible to think about. I'm up here on the hill in Duluth because I really want you to better understand the ice situation in the harbor. You can see there's ice out there, but as I pan to the left, you can see the open water that's going to get closer to the Duluth area lift bridge. The miner will encounter that ice, and we will see it hitting against that bow as it gets out there. Here's what the ship will be doing. We're right here at the Duluth area lift bridge. It's going to go right by us over to the fuel dock. It's going to take on fuel, and then it's going to go over to CN dock to load iron ore pellets. Once it's fully loaded, it's on its way to Cleveland. Here's the wind situation today. You can see those two flags. We have wind out of the west at 11 miles per hour, but gusts up to 21 miles per hour, so a little bit of wind as the miner arrives. The ship is almost here, and this is that time where there's so much excitement, anticipation of that ship arriving. Everybody's feeling good. You know, it doesn't matter what age you are. You can see Kevin, he's standing there checking out the bridge. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about this family that is right ahead. They came up to me just before the ship arrived, and they're all boat friends. They watch these shows together as a family, which is so cool. They wanted to take a picture together, which I did. You can see Dad down by the gate. Mama's on the near side with other kids. Those kids were smart, and I'm telling you, what a great family from Savage, Minnesota. Look over there at the North Pier. Pretty decent turnout from a crowd standpoint to check out the ship. And there's some of those things hidden in plain sight. Look at that reflection on the bottom of the screen from that lighthouse. I just love finding things like that. It looks so cool. Now let's get to know the Mesabi Miner before it arrives. It was built in 1977. It's 1,004 feet in length. It was built at the American Shipbuilding Company in Lorain, Ohio. It is the sister ship of the James R. Barker, and I think we all know that horn. In 1986, it became the first 1,000-footer to deliver coal in the Saginaw River. The Mesabi Miner was christened in 1977 to honor the men and the women of Minnesota's Mesabi Iron Range. It has 7 holds, 36 hatches, 2 diesel engines, pushing out about 16,000 horsepower. You can see those dual anchors, and sure enough, there is some ice. And you can see our friend waving right there on deck. He's the person that's getting us some of this great video to go on board on this majestic ship, the Mesabi Miner. Take a quick peek here. A little bit of ice coming through the canal, And what's going to be really cool here in a moment, when that ship blasts the horn, we have a pre-game plan that we're going to synchronize these horns where you're going to hear part of it on board and then back over here on the pier. So that's going to be pretty cool. But look at this big ship approaching. That was so great hearing the powerful horn from the ship and also the Duluth area lift bridge answering back. Look there, you can see the superstructure looking pretty large. Here's a better look at it. You can see the exhaust coming out of the stack. Look at that huge boom on deck as well. What a spectacle to see. Now you can see it with your own eyes. I told you how long this vessel is as it goes by us here in the water in Duluth. Draft on the Mesabi Miner, sitting at 22 feet today. Better look at that boom, looking extra big as it goes by us under the bridge. Look up in the window, you can see some Grinch decorations. They got it decked out for Christmas up there on the superstructure, pretty cool. And look at this beautiful ship going under the Duluth area lift bridge. You can see there's some chunks of ice in the canal. Look at that exhaust flying in the direction of the wind that we saw earlier. Better shot of the superstructure. Now I'm going to mix in some of these clips from my friend that's giving us that onboard perspective, so it gives you a great experience as it goes past the bridge. Boat friends, if you enjoyed this ship, if you enjoyed that onboard footage from our friend and also the news about the PRT, hit the like button on the way out. It'll allow people that love the ships to find the channel. And also subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. Be part of the Boat Friends community. Lots of ice, lots of ships before the end of the season. Thanks again for watching another one. Stay safe. I'll see you soon.